earlier this month, it was a Thursday, and I spent the morning teaching an in-person class. I mean, that alone made it a very exciting day. But whenever I teach an in-person class, especially for 4 hours, I get exhausted. I mean, I'm on my feet, I'm interacting, I'm on top of it. So it's no surprise that after a full morning of teaching, I come home and I am ready for a nap. I need to rejuvenate my body. I need to relax a little bit. So I do give myself time for a nap in my schedule. Well, on this day, I woke up 2 hours later. Okay, my nap is usually like 30 minutes. So for a 2 hour nap, that's pretty intense. But when I got up, I felt different. I didn't feel rejuvenated. I sat on my couch and I just sat there. I couldn't get myself motivated. I couldn't even move. That is not me. Well, the night before, I kind of felt maybe a little looseness in my cough, and I kind of was tired already. And sure enough, by early evening, a full-fledged cold had set in. You know, those old-fashioned sinus colds. It had set in, and I was married to a tissue box. You know, it's really not good for your health to be sick. Oxymoron, right? But being sick was so bad for my health. Thank you for joining me here for episode 63. I want to dig into this a little bit because 2 weeks went by that I was not feeling myself. 2 weeks of the sinus drainage, 2 weeks of headaches, 2 weeks of just a dry, annoying cough, and 2 weeks of feeling, ugh. I don't like that. I don't like feeling that way. I can't imagine if I were sicker than that. You know, but during the 2 weeks, I noticed some other things too. Well, first of all I ate was soup, and all I drank was water and tea because, well, especially hot tea. It felt so good going down my throat. So that's all I was eating and drinking. I didn't want anything that was going to scratch my throat. I didn't even really like cold water. I didn't even like ice cream. I mean, something is seriously wrong, right? I didn't even really like the ice cream because that coldness just irritated my cough. And then I started noticing that I have a basil plant on my sink in the kitchen, and I love just rubbing the leaves, and then I smell the leaves because it just smells wonderful. Yeah, well, I did it one day and I did not smell basil on my fingers. So then I went to my soap dispenser. That's a eucalyptus mint. It's pretty powerful. I washed my hands and I smelt my hands, nothing. Oh, well, thankfully I didn't have a fever and I didn't have shortness of breath. I mean, all those other COVID signs, I didn't have that. But wow, I don't really have that much of a taste, and I definitely am missing my smell. Well, that in turn, every morning I wasn't plugging in my smelly plugins. I wasn't filling my diffusers. I wasn't even using my peppermint body scrub in the shower. Why waste it, right? But all of that just led into I had no motivation, I had no oomph, I had no productivity, and it was kind of like a semi-depressed state. I was going to bed really early, like at 8:30 every single night. I was still taking 2-hour naps every day because I just wanted a break. I wanted my body to stop coughing. I wanted the breathing to slow, and I wanted to stop coughing because that cough gave me a headache. So I just wanted a break from that. That's not me. I wasn't baking. I wasn't cooking at night and on the weekends. I really like to kind of bake and stick stuff in the freezer or eat it. I like to cook. I wasn't doing any of it. And all of that, avoiding all that or missing out on all that just made me grumpy. I was grumpy, and that semi-depressed state was really setting in to the point that it scared me because I'm not used to that. You know, being sick is really bad for my health. It was bad for my business. I wasn't working my business like I need to. It was bad for my mindset. It was bad for my home. I really need to clean my house. My house has not been cleaned. It's really not good. It's bad for my entire health environment. Well, this morning I read something about the journey in life versus the destination. And I thought, wow, this is so related to my whole experience the last few weeks. I have heard how a goal in life is like a destination, it's a point we want to reach. But growth in life is the journey. We're always growing, we're always reaching for more growth, and that's the journey, right? So here too, I read in my devotion, I'm going to read you a piece of it because this one really connected with me. There really is no destination. The truth in life is the trip. So read a book, eat more ice cream, go barefoot more often, hug a child, go fishing, laugh more, plug in your smelly plugins, turn on your diffusers, use your wonderful soap scrub, right? The station will come soon enough, or the destination will come soon enough. And as you go, find a way to make this world more beautiful. I didn't like the journey I was on for the past 2 weeks. I didn't like the journey, but it was so necessary for my body to recuperate. I needed 2 weeks. I needed the rest. I needed the liquids. I needed the brain break. I needed that in my body. And I wasn't handling it very well. I didn't like it. I didn't like this growth journey that I was on. I just wanted to get to my destination. I wanted to feel better now, today, right now, right here. I have the idea. I'm going to take a pill. I'm going to feel better. My challenge to you is to focus and pay attention to what's happening on your journey. This morning I went for a run. Oh, by the way, that was something else I didn't do for 2 weeks. I didn't run. I did stretch. I had energy kinda in the mornings, and I did stretch a lot of the mornings, but I wasn't doing my weight training. I wasn't doing my aerobics at all, or my running. On last Wednesday, I went out for a run and I got maybe a mile in, and then I started seeing black spots. Yeah, that sent me home. I didn't really want to be falling over on the side of the road, right? And this past Monday, I thought, okay, I'm gonna slow down a little bit. I know what my body can do. It was doing 5 miles a day, or at least every other day. I know what my body can do, but with this sickness and 2 weeks off, my body isn't there yet. It's not there anymore, and I have to be wise. So this past Monday, I went out just for a mile walk, and then about whatever, a mile run and 3/4 of a mile walk. And I felt great, and I didn't have black spots happening. So this morning I went for a 2-mile run, and I really, really was focusing on the journey. I really like when my runs are done and I get in the shower and I have my breakfast. But what about the journey? So really this morning I was trying to really pay attention to this journey. And I even said, on my warm-up walk before I began my run, I even said to myself, what am I observing? What is my journey today? What is this? So I started defining it and saying it out loud. I was paying attention to the smell of fall. It was a very crisp morning, that temperature and how much different it is to run in 55 degrees versus 75 degrees. So I was comparing what's the same and what's different. I was listening to different sounds that I was hearing, the dogs barking or the leaves even. I was hearing that. The different sights. What I noticed this morning is the sun rose, but I didn't see the sun rise. Yesterday morning, there was a distinct sunrise. There wasn't this morning. It was very cloudy, but I know the sun rose because it got brighter out, right? So all of those observations and all of those very focused and purposeful moments, that's my journey. That's my journey. And my challenge to you is pay attention to your journey today. Maybe it's not your run or your exercise, but maybe it's the process of making your dinner, or it's a process of the work that you get to do today. If your goal, I guess, is to live a healthy life, that really is one of my goals. If it's to live a healthy life, then I challenge you to enjoy the things that keep you healthy. Enjoy the ice cream when you choose to have some. Enjoy the process of making dinner. Enjoy the process of exercising. Enjoy the muscle pains that you have the day after you do some weight training. And oh, do I have some muscle pains today? Enjoy that you can lift something heavy because you have tweaked your body to be prepared for that. So define it and share it. Speak it out loud so that your ears definitely hear it, but share it with other people as well. You know, every day is a piece of our journey. We're on a journey of life. A destination will come, and I'm not talking about death. I'm talking about whatever goals that we have. We're going to meet our goals, and then we recreate or we create another one. We start another journey toward another destination that we're going after, right? That's what we do. But really, the majority of our life is the journey. So enjoy your journey. Enjoy your day today, even if it's doing things you don't want to do. Create your journey where you have no regrets. Enjoy your day.